Welcome back, guys. So, as I was discussing in my other video, I was right on Thursday, and I haven't uploaded the PNL for the Friday. Let's do that together now. So let's click import and click 17, and I'm up $240.23. That's a lot of money for Friday, you know. So that brings me 870 and 40 cents for the week, and that brings me $1,654.19 for the month of October. That's a very good month. These setbacks always can be covered. So that's why I always tell, cut your losses very quickly, because you can always make those losses up later on another day. So that's what the famous saying said, live to trade for another day. But anyway, let's see how things went today. I did a little bit more trade than I wanted to do, because my initial target was to cover this minus $37 and $38, but things went really smooth in this morning, except couple of big drops. But I started, as always, I started negative, but it was kind of like momentary thing. I was able to cover that immediately, and then I was climbing up slowly, and then suddenly there was a big jump, and I went all the way to minus 160, and as yesterday I went negative. So with one trade I went negative, but this was actually not my fault, to be honest. This is something that my broker, they have some technical difficulties, so my sell order didn't get completed. I was waiting it to, I saw this was going down, so I sold it immediately. So my loss should have been like somewhere here, but it didn't complete my sell order. There was some technical difficulty, so I had to call them and make that trade on their side. So that's why I have this big red dot at opening bell. I think there was some issues with how the program works when the market opening bells rings, so that's why something happened. But anyway, it is what it is. You can't complain. So because the things were moving super fast, so I was able to recover most of some of that loss immediately, like within couple of minutes. And then I gave back a little bit, and I went all the way up to $200 for the day. So that was like very nice move. Actually, it's not 200 if I remember correctly. Well, it's actually 200. So at this point, I wanted to test the same what happened today. So I set up that stop loss order. Even in the previous video, I was discussing about this. It's kind of like a market that you should put your stop loss order to get onto safe side. So I was testing that at 9:30. That's why I didn't trigger the correct one. But in here, I wanted to see if I'm running into that same problem again or not. So I did that, and I ran into the same issue. But this time I was able to resolve it by myself. But this was like very small quantity, like I think it was like 10 shares. But regardless, I lost, I think this was, this brings me right on the edge of the 200, but then I tested again, did the same thing. That brings things below $200. So I was like, oh man, I was like up $200 for the day, but it didn't really work. So in this trade, what I did was kind of like a stupid thing, like a silly thing. I wanted to bring this back up to 200. So I bought another, I think both of these trades were like 10 shares trades, but this one, since I lost like two 10 share trades consecutively, I wanted to try like 25 shares and bring this one back up to 200. So I was successful, but there was some I had to wait like 2 or 3 minutes to bring this one up. But regardless, after that, I saw another good stock moving after market. After the market is closed at 4 p.m., I saw another one, and I bought 500 quantities of that share and made about, I think I made about $40 on that trade. So that's how I end up on $240 per the day. So let's see which tickers I traded today. Let me pull this one back. So this is the first stock I traded today, and this was like way up on the aftermarket yesterday. I knew this is going to be something interesting today. From the way it behaved yesterday, it never dropped below EMA 200 or VWAP, so that was a good sign. But today it didn't went like crazy like other stock that I have seen. But at 7 a.m., about 7:12, 7:30, 7:13, on this area, I did couple of quick trades, but the quantity size was small because I wasn't really sure about this stock. Things didn't move fast as I expected. So I was being a little bit cautious because remember, initially I had this thought to recover that minus $37 that I lost yesterday. So I did couple of other trades here and there on this region, but it's pre-market, but I stopped trading that after that because there were another two interesting stocks that popped up. So the other one that I did was XRTX. You can see it pop right here, and the first one I bought 703. So I bought it at 704. I bought it at here, and 1,000 shares. I sold it for a loss. Can you believe that? I sold this one for a loss. Then I bought another one, 702, and I sold it for a profit. That's how I, immediately, if I open my calendar up, you can see I started red, but immediately I went back on green. So I bought 1,000 shares at 108 and sold it at 105. But when things bottom out at 102, on here, I bought another 1,000 shares, and it went back all the way to 108 in here. So that's how I immediately recovered that loss. Then I waited all this time, and it went all the way up to 176. But when it's going up, I didn't do any trades. That's something I need to work on. I need to work on to see how to trade on these kind of things, because I was, playing safe today, to be honest. So that's why I didn't want to jump into anything that I see. But in any other day, I would consider trading in this area. Because things move super fast, and because things move down super fast as well, I jump in at here and bought 1,000 shares, and I sold it immediately because I couldn't take that risk, but make about like $10 on that trade. And the same thing again around this area, sold it immediately for a loss of $10. And then about 741 in this area, actually on here, yeah. So I bought it at 116. It went all the way to 115. I bought it at 116,000 shares, and I sold it at 121. It was too soon. I think I should have kept this for like 120, at least 130. But I made good money on this trade. That was a good trade. Then yeah, I think that's all for XRTX. Then there was another stock popping up in the morning. You can see it went all the way up in a single candle, and resting or kind of like going on the side. But I did couple of trades on this one, starting at 733. It's 734 right here. I bought 1,000 shares and made about $20. And at 755, I think on this big red candle, I bought another 1,000 shares and made about $10 on this one as well. And later around 8:04, a couple of more trades I did on this area. Not like a lot of big winners, but made a decent money on this one as well. Then I did ELBM. This one also had a very nice move in the morning. So the first trade I did at exactly at the market open, 9:31. You can see it was like a big red candle. I traded on that area, but this is like a share quantity was like 50. This is 1,000 shares. I bought it at 242. So this is where I lost the money. So I bought it at 242 when the market opened, and I wanted to sell it at 242, but it didn't completed my order. It was some sort of stuck, but after I contacted my broker, and I was able to sell it for 225, but later it went all the way up. That's a bummer. But it is what it is. I lost a good amount of money on that trade, but then I was able to recover most of that from other trade, like on here. So 933, I bought 1,000 shares at 221 and sold it at 228. Recover most half of that, I think. Yeah, half of that loss from this trade. And then there was another one, the 240 in here on this candle. I bought 1,000 shares for 221 and sold it at 228. Make about another $70, but I lost another $20 on another trade somewhere here. So but overall that brings me positive on that stock, positive 31, almost $32. And then I did couple of more trades on different stock. NUAI was one. NUAI, this was kind of like momentary pop up in the morning. So 807 807. So this was pre-market 807 in here. So I traded in here. The volume was slow, and I didn't want to take a big risk. So I made about $15 on this trade. I bought like 500 shares quantity. but I made about $15. Then at the end of the day, after market, CCM popped up. You can see CCM popped up after market. So I bought it at this deep. No, this deep. 772. I bought it at 772. This went all the way to 770. I bought it at 772 and I sold it at 780 on this candle. So that was a nice trade, made about $40, and that's how I end up with $240 per the day. So yeah, it was kind of like even though I have a big red trade here, I feel a little bit more confidence than yesterday, because things are moving fast. When things are moving fast, you can always trade a little bit safer. And sometimes it's the other way as well. Sometimes when things are moving fast, there's no time for you to cut your loss, and you will end up having a very bad red day. But today it was kind of like moving upward, so that's why I was feeling a little bit confidence today, and made a lot of trades. But overall, I'm green on the week. So my new target, so after I having the negative day yesterday, my new target is to have all of these weeks green for the month of October. I think that's doable. Even if I be very careful next 2 weeks, I think that's doable. But we can't predict the future and we can't predict the stock market. But we will do what we'll see in front of our eyes. So I will try to be more cautious, and for the next whole week, I'm going to use that stop loss thing on with my broker, because I'm kind of seeing those kind of patterns. So I'm pretty sure next week there will be some of those stocks that will pop up, but when the markets open, they will release a news about a secondary offering. So I kind of feel like something like that will come in next week. So I will always use my stop loss on the trades that I do. And remember, when I set the stop losses, for example, let's open this one. So I will place an order to buy something, let's say on here. So I will set something to buy around 792, right? So this went all the way to 791. So I will set something to buy around 792, but my max loss. So let's say I'm buying 500 shares. Let's say 1,000 shares, to make this easier. So I'm risking, if I bring this one back up again, so I'm risking $100 per trade. So I'm risking $100. This is not something we should do. I will have another discussion about what should be my risk to reward ratio. But for the next week, I'm risking $100, because sometimes there are some stocks that they will false break down and come back up again. So this is kind of like, those big guys, they know when people put stop orders, stop limit orders. So they will trigger that and take that loss into their account as a profit, and then bring this one way more up. So what I typically do is, to avoid those kind of things, I have my stop limit at 781, sorry. So that would make $100 loss if this break down. But because this is my supporting line, right? So EMA 9. So if this break down, then it's probably going to be going down for the day. So that's how I usually put my stop limits. If I lost that trade, then it's fine. But so if I survive that trade, I would try to make 20 cents per share, because I want to have my risk to reward ratio as 1 to 2. So every dollar I risk, I want to make $2. So that's my risk to reward ratio. So I will be targeting that. But when things are moving fast and if I don't feel safe, I would reduce, like, even if this, like, let's say this hit 791 and I bought it at 792 and it didn't go down and it's floating around, and if I feel like it's not jumping up quickly, then I would sell it for, like, even with the 1 cent winner. I don't want to risk that $100. That's all I'm saying. Even with the 1 cent winner, I will take it as a good winner, good day. $5 win, it's a win. So that's my game plan for the next week. We'll see how things go on next week. I hope the market will behave same as this week. But because with the geopolitical stuff, things are kind of slowing down. But these kind of stocks that are very volatile, they always jump up because everybody is jumping in, and things are really volatile. So those kind of things will always make big movements in the market. So yeah, I think that's it for today. And let's see my dashboard. I have a red day, but I was able to recover that, and I'm also in the path for making $2,000 for the month, and I think I'm well within the reach for that one. I only need like $346 for the month, and I have 10 days left for the month of October. So I think, so let's say if I make like another $500 next week, I will take a break on the last week of the October. How about that? No, I'm just joking. I will show up in every day and see how the market looks like. Even if I don't take trades, I will show up and observe how the market looks like. That's how you get the experience, and that's how you get the feeling of the market and the theme of the market. There are certain types of news that will come out in the morning, and people react to those news differently, but those news are not always consistent. So you need to be looking at those news every day to feel how the market reacts to news. So once you get some sort of a feeling about, like, for the first couple of months, like 2-3 months ago, anything related to cryptocurrency would triggers people interest, but lately it was kind of like private placements. Now I feel like there are some sort of mineral companies. When they release news, people get excited. So those are the things that I'm planning to observe throughout the month, and get ready for my next jump. And yeah, and that's it for today. And as always, a reminder: trading is always riskier, and practice before you trade with your real money. And until next time, see you. Bye.